Okay, so what we're going to go through today is we're given two equations. One is the equation of a circle, and obviously I can spot that the center of this circle is 0, 0, and the radius is 5. And the other is the equation of a straight line. And what we want to do is we want to find out where do they intersect. I'm going to follow 4 simple steps, 3 of which I'm going to write down right now. So I have my steps written down here. The first one I'm going to do is take the easier equation. When you look at these, one of these has squares in it and one of these doesn't. The one that doesn't have squares in it is the easier equation, all right? So I am taking x minus 2y equals 5 as the easier equation. And then it says write it in terms of x or y. That means I want x equals or I want y equals. So one of them is a little bit easier. It's probably easier to write x equals in this case, because what I can do is I can plus 2y on both sides and I just have x equals. So x is equal to 5 plus 2y. So that was the easier option this time. Sometimes it will be y, it just depends. Okay, I'm now moving on to the third part. Sub this into the harder equation. So my harder equation is the one with the squares. So let's write that down. X squared plus y squared equals 25. And now I'm substituting this into it. So everywhere I have an x, I'm going to write 5 plus 2y. So it's going to be 5 plus 2y, all to be squared. Okay. Plus y squared equals 25. Now, at this point, I've got a lot of marks, all right, but I have a little bit of work to do. So in this section here, I've highlighted that it says box multiplication factorization. So there are 2 skills we will nearly always need at this point. So 5 minus 2 to be squared, right? We should know that that means 5 plus 2 to be squared, which means 5 plus 2 times 5 plus 2. Once you write it like that, okay, you will spot then that normally how we do this is we do it by box multiplication. So when we draw our boxes, all right, we know we are multiplying. So on the top I have 5 and plus 2y, and on the side I have 5 and plus 2y. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply 5 by 5, 25, 5 by 2y, 10y, 2y by 5, 10y, and plus by a plus is plus, 2 2s are 4, and y by y is y squared. So I'm going to write all of that down. So it's 25 plus 10y plus 10y plus 4y squared. And then don't forget to bring the rest of it, because what we just did is we worked out this blue bit here and we did the box multiplication. But now let's add in the rest of it. So it is plus y squared equals 25. Now we always want it to equal 0. All right, so I'm going to do minus 25 on both sides. They're going to cancel. They're going to cancel. So that looks nice. And really what I have is 5y squared plus 20y equals 0. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 5, make it a little bit nicer. And I have y squared minus 4y equals 0. Now there's a couple of ways you can factorize. Quadratic, taking out what's common, difference of 2 squares. This isn't a quadratic because a quadratic needs 3 things. And it's not. So what you'd see, if we had y squared minus 4, we could do it as difference of 2 squares, but 4y is not that, so that can go. So it's going to be taking out what's common, or sometimes it's called the highest common factor. So what is common between both of these? They both have a y, and if you take that out, you'd be left with y minus 4 and equals 0. So all you need to do is let what's outside the brackets equal 0, y equals 0, and then the other option is what's inside the brackets equals 0. Y minus 4 equals 0, y is equal to 4. So I've got 2 options for my y's, and now I'm into sub my answer or answers into the easier equation. So I'm down now to step 4, picked up a lot of marks along the way. All right, so I'm just going to keep it all on the one page so we can see. So my easier equation is x minus 2y equals 5. You can write this one, or you can write x is equal to 5 plus 2y. Either way, they both are the same thing. So I might just stick with the one when we wrote it like that. So now y is equal to 0. So if y was equal to 0, it would be x is equal to 5 plus 2 times 0, x is equal to 5. So my point would be 5 and 0. Or my other option here was if y is equal to 4, it would be x is equal to 5 plus 2 times 4, x is equal to 5 plus 8, and x is equal to 13. So your point here would be 4 or 13 and 4. Because remember, we always go the x first and then the y. So look, that is the second question on your, or the third question on your activity booklet. I've taken it through all of the steps, all right? And what I need you to do now tonight is to follow this and start the next questions.